A new Vanguard paddle, is it any good and should you buy? Stay tuned to find out. I know this review is a little late, but I wanted to make sure I covered this paddle. Selkirk is one of the leading brands in pickleball, so when they release a new paddle, it's a big deal. I have had this paddle for a few months now, and I wanted to finally share my thoughts. But first, let's get some specs out of the way. This paddle is offered in 3 shapes: the S2, the Invicta, and the Epic. The grip length for the S2 is 4.75 inches, and the grip length for the Epic and Invicta shape is 5.25 inches. The grip circumference for all 3 paddles is 4.25 inches, and might I add, in an upgraded octagon shape versus the oval shape of its predecessors. The core thickness is 16 millimeters. This paddle has a polymer core. This paddle also finally comes with a raw carbon fiber face. The static weight of my Invicta midweight shape that I play tested came in at 8 ounces, with the swing weight coming in at 112 and the twist weight coming in at 5.72. This paddle comes in at a retail price of $200. It's made in the USA, and it also comes with a limited lifetime warranty through Selkirk, which if you've ever dealt with Selkirk, and I personally have myself, and I can attest to this, their warranty and customer service is amazing and a breeze to work with. For the last few months, I've switched on and off playtesting the Vanguard Control Invicta shape in the midweight. And I can say I have really enjoyed my time with this paddle. This is the 3rd installment in the Selkirk Vanguard Control line, and the spin has drastically improved. My spin test on the Vanguard Control came back around 1,960 RPMs. I felt confident with hitting my slice serve and knowing my drives would dip when applying topspin. I definitely like the performance of this paddle, although the feel felt a bit firm off the face, and this paddle also feels a little hollow. One of the disappointing things about this paddle, in my opinion, is that it is a Gen 1 paddle, meaning that this paddle is not thermal formed. So on the plus side, you don't have to worry about core crushing, but on the downside, you don't get as big of a sweet spot. This paddle is classified as a control paddle, but if you have the Invicta shape like myself, I would classify this as a control paddle leaning all court. Selkirk offers a couple control paddles in their lineup, which is a bold choice given how the landscape of paddles has been this year. However, I think that the Vanguard Control is my favorite out of the 3. The sweet spot of this paddle is in line with most Gen 1 paddles on the market, meaning it has a very good size sweet spot, but as mentioned before, it's just not as forgiving as its Gen 2 thermoform counterparts on the market. My dinks and drops felt great with this paddle, and I don't think you'll have much of an issue with them either. This paddle does offer great control, but it also has a little more power than other dedicated control paddles on the market. I think that the Vanguard Control is a very good paddle. If you have demoed this paddle and you enjoyed it, or have played a previous version of the Vanguards, then I think this is a great option for you. The main issue that I have with this paddle is that Selkirk released this paddle 1 year later than they should have. This has been a common trend for Selkirk. This probably would have been one of the best-selling paddles in 2023 had it come out last year. Selkirk's issue is that they released a Gen 1 paddle when most companies are releasing thermoform Gen 2 paddles or even Gen 3 paddles with foam injections in the core. And what I mean is, there's just more companies with newer paddles implementing newer technology that help with power and forgiveness, all while at a lower price point. However, where the Vanguard Control does stand out is in the lightweight option of the Invicta shape, as it is very rare for an elongated shaped paddle to have this low of a swing weight as an option. This allows players to have more customization and a lighter feeling paddle, especially for those who don't like head-heavy elongated paddles. Also, if lifetime warranty and being made in the USA is important to you, then this paddle is a great fit. So I definitely think this paddle will be for a lot of people. I just wish this paddle had come out a little sooner and was more around $170 to $180 versus $200. If you have enjoyed this review and have any feedback, I would love to read that down in the comments. Also, if you have any questions, drop those down below as well. Other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.